Taylorism is based off the work of Taylor, who started the idea of scientific management. And the idea here is to increase production within an organization by trying to increase the productivity of the individual. It does so by looking for the one best way of doing a job and then standardizing that one best way across all of the work that is being done. And so scientific management can be summarized with the following points. The first is that we're going to be using scientific method in trying to plan the activities and study the job and the work that is being done. One of the things that Taylor did earlier in his career is he created the science of shoveling, where he looked to try to optimize the amount of material that was being shoveled based off the size and weight of it and the corresponding size of the shovel head. Also, that when it comes to work, we need to separate the planning function from the actual work activity. We're going to see this theme come up throughout and the distinction between managers and the workers. Also, we need to try to standardize the process, time, equipment, and cost as much as possible. Because once again, we are trying to find the one best way and standardize that one best way across the work. Now, also with this, that workers must be selected and appropriately trained for his or her respective role. One of the things that Taylor did in his job is that there was the job of hauling pig iron. The average person hauling pig iron can move about 10 tons over the course of a 12-hour day. Taylor selected the strongest workers, trained them in proper lifting technique, and was able to increase the productivity of these people to about 47 tons over the course of a workday, and those people got to rest half the time. Now, in terms of that scientific study, we're going to use time, motion, and fatigue figures to determine the allocation of effort between workers so that we are making sure that the workers are getting everything that they can done, but we're not really overtaxing them. And then also that managers should cooperate with and facilitate workers in the execution of their responsibilities. Now, keep in mind, this was revolutionary for the time that was being advocated in the early 1900s. And that work should have a functional supervisor for each job who has the knowledge to oversee the respective field of work. And so we need to make sure that supervisors know what it is about the work that is being done, and that the responsibility should be specifically allocated between both management and the workers so that each is doing the job for which they are best suited. And also that there are financial incentives that can be used as motivation to encourage high levels of employee productivity. One of the things that Taylor and the scientific management camp believed is that what workers wanted more than anything else was to make money. Now, there are a lot of criticisms of scientific management, such as this tends to focus really well on repetitive jobs, but it doesn't work very well for jobs that have a heavy cognitive component or thinking component, which is the type of work that most of the people in professional positions, such as lawyer and doctor and teacher, would need to engage in. Also, it is criticized as dehumanizing the employee and treats them like a cog in the machine. Taylor was an engineer, and so he viewed work from an engineering/machine standpoint. These are the things that workers were supposed to do. And then also it was focused on, or really overly focused on, money as a motivator. But the reality is a lot more complex. Sure, workers want to make money and they want to make a fair wage, but they actually want more than just money. They want to like their job and they want to engage in creativity.